T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to another live match preview. This time we are previewing AC Milan versus Liverpool Football Club. Matt Drift, how are you guys doing today?
Not too bad, bro.
Decent.
Not too bad.
So obviously, guys, with these European games, it's often very difficult to know exactly what is happening from the other side. Obviously, sometimes we've got to speculate. Sometimes we've got to guess what's going on from our oppositions across Europe. However, fortunately for this episode, guys, we've been very, very lucky to be working with someone called Stef from Sempre Milan, another YouTube channel dedicated to AC Milan, and he has chimed in with some of his thoughts. So sit back. He's going to give us an in-depth analysis and let us know what you think. Just wait for the video to load up. Here we go. Nothing like a bit of live TV, eh, guys? Here we go. Again, nothing like a little bit of live TV. Can't lie.
We're getting there. We're loading.
When it comes to Milan, our form going into it, injuries, how I see the game potentially going down, potential starting 11s coming from my camp. So yeah, sadly, my 9 to 5 job will not allow me to make the whole episode for today. So I'm hoping what I'm going to give you today is enough to work with. So firstly, Milan's form going into this game. Currently, Milan sit at the top of Serie A, and that just happened recently over the weekend with a 2-0 victory at home against Salernitana. Salernitana were bottom of the table, so it was quite a comfortable victory, and what that was able to do and represent was able to rest our key players going into this crucial fixture against yourselves. Most notably, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who did not play a single minute over the fixture, so that's hopefully a good omen going into this game, that our players are ready, they're fit going into it, and going to give 100%, 110%. Prior to that though, and obviously I think a lot of you fans out there might have been hearing about some good form coming from the Milan camp, obviously the unbeaten record that we had going into the late November, which got squashed on the 20th of November away at Fiorentina. That coupled with another loss, back-to-back losses in the league against Sassuolo, there was potential signs that the wheels were falling off for head coach Stefano Pioli and the Milan side, but things were able to quickly turn around with 2 back-to-back wins against Genoa, clean sheet wins against Genoa and Salernitana respectively. So things are looking, quite convincing in the league. They're currently sitting at top place. Obviously, got that last, that 5th match game victory against Atletico Madrid, which has been able to keep us in the competition right now. So a lot of things are lying on this last fixture against yourselves, and obviously there's a lot of hope going into the other fixture as well, that say a draw happens between Porto and Atletico Madrid, which we'll talk about in a bit. So Milan's form is good, but what is currently not good for the club right now is the injury crisis we consistently see ourselves in. Obviously, as Liverpool fans last year, you had a massive crisis when it came to injuries, so I'm hoping you can respect that, how it can affect your side, your starting 11s, your squads. Milan are going into this game, as we've been going to most games for the last year and a half now, with obviously injuries on our belts. I'm just going to peel through with some of the injured players that you might recognise from the first leg, some injured players that obviously might ring a bell when it comes to the names. The first two we're going to look at is Rafael Leao and Ante Rebic, who did so well at the September game in Anfield. They're both out of this fixture. Rafael Leao did play on the weekend against Salernitana, but unfortunately pulled out for a muscle injury, so he's looking to be out of this game. Other than that, Olivier Giroud and starting right back Davide Calabria, they look to be out of this game as well. And I think notably as well, a lot of you might have heard about, Simon Kaya has been ruled out for the rest of the season with an ACL and an MCL knee surgery last week, so he seems to be out as well. Theo Hernandez has gone down with a flu as well, or a common cold, so he did do a lot of gym work on Monday, so he's hoping to make this fixture as well, so fingers crossed from Milan's side. And other than that, rotating squad options, Samuel Castillo and Pietro Pellegrini are also out for long-term injuries as well. So yeah, it's a lot of injuries coming from our camp, and it's just not allowing us and Stefano Pioli to field the best starting 11 we could potentially do. And we're going to go on to obviously Liverpool's rotation and how I feel about that. But it's a shame from my perspective, because I wish that we could have had the best 11 that we could field, especially if you're Liverpool fans, and you probably already know it, Klopp is going to rotate his team. So how do I feel with any potential rotations coming from the Liverpool camp? Look, any rotations that come into this game is a bonus for Milan, because really, coming from my side, from my perspective, being a neutral fan when it comes to English football, Liverpool's starting 11 right now is probably the best 11 in world football. So, as many pieces you can chip away from that starting 11 is just great for us. And even so, I still think it's going to be a difficult game. I don't think we're going to expect any favours when it comes to Klopp's side. And obviously, logically, when it comes to any players that come into this 11 who don't usually get game time, and I think I'm going to be seeing good games from players like Diodric Origi, Minamino, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. These are players that are on the fringe of the first team, and obviously when it comes to their chances, they're going to prove their worth when it comes to playing well for the coach. And then obviously I don't know if certain other players like Mohamed Salah is going to play, and currently right now he's playing like the best player in the world. So when it comes down to it and the rotation, I don't look too much into it as a fan from any team that's playing Liverpool right now. Obviously, it's a bonus, but really, I'm expecting the same level of intensity right now. I'm hoping he does play a lot of youth players. That will at least give us a bit of a senior edge when it comes to this game. But I'm not reading too much into it, because I do feel like when it comes to Milan coming away with 3 points in this game, that's going to come down to us. We can't expect any favours from your camp. So we're going to quickly run through the predicted starting 11 for Milan going into this fixture. In goal, we have Mike Mignon. He got the penalty save back in Anfield in September, so he's a great keeper. Right back is Pierre Kalulu, who's a young up-and-coming defender. He's great. He's really working on his trade and his distribution as well. Great physicality, great speed. Fikayo Tomori, I don't think I have to talk much about him. A lot of English fans, you know how well he plays. He's someone to look out for. His defensive partner, though, Alessio Romagnoli, I'm slightly concerned when it comes to Mo Salah if he does play running at Romagnoli, especially on that right side. He lacks a lot of pace, a bit indecisive with his tackling as well. He's just not someone I sort of put a lot of reliability in, but I'm hoping he has a good game. Hoping also to come at left back is Theo Hernandez, so I'm hoping he shakes off this cold and makes it there. Kessie and Sandro Tonali play their double pivot midfielders, so Tonali is going to pit Benacer for the starting position in this formation. At right wing, we're going to have Junior Macias, who got the winning goal at Atletico Madrid away, so he's and also got 2 goals recently against Genoa, so he's doing quite well in form. Brahim Diaz plays at attacking midfield, and then Rade Krunic at left midfield, left winger position, and this is all behind big man Zlatan Ibrahimovic up top, the 40-year-old Ibra. So I'm hoping it looks like he's probably our key match winner going into this game. So I'm hoping we're going to grind out a nice little win when it comes to that, and I'll give my verdict in a sec. Players to look out for, the obvious one is Ibra. 40 years old, he's the icon, the name, the enigma. He's a top player, and he can potentially turn a game on its head at any moment. So hopefully there are some rotations when it comes to Liverpool defenders. Van Dijk doesn't play, so Ibra can take advantage to any players that do play from your team. Junior Macias, obviously mentioned his goals recently. He's someone who's got explosive speed. He's not afraid to run at players. So if Andy Robertson, for example, doesn't play, he might be taking him on your left back quite often. Fikayo Tomori, he needs a top game, especially alongside Alessio Romagnoli, because Tomori's got the speed as well, and someone else I mentioned as well is Pierre Kalulu. Both have great speed to their game, great intelligence as well that they're working on. So those are my less obvious choices going into this fixture. Obviously, there are players like Theo Hernandez, who's great going forward. Frank Kessie's usually a machine in midfield, and Sandro Tonali as well is quite a great workhorse. So there are some good players from this Milan side. It's just not, especially in the attacking end, a lot of the players I wanted, like Rafael Leao and Ante Rebic, who could have done really well when it comes to a rotating Liverpool side. My verdict for this fixture, as an optimistic Milan fan, is Milan win 2-1, and I'm hoping that's enough to get us through this game as well. Because obviously, when it comes to it, the game with Porto and Atletico Madrid has to go our way as well. Hoping a draw from that. Milan pick up 3 points in this fixture. If you can spare us that would be great. And that's enough to get us through a second place in this group stage. I'm hoping for a 2-1 victory, but to be honest, it's going to be a very, very tough game no matter what side Jurgen Klopp fields. All the best, guys. I'm going to be signing off. Thanks for having me.
Right. So obviously a massive shout out to Stef from Semper Milan. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, you don't know about Stef, then check out the link in the description on YouTube. We've got his links to his Twitter as well as their YouTube channel. I think we'll all agree that was a fantastic breakdown by Stef as well. I watch Milan and Italian football now and again at the moment, but that breakdown really did add a lot for this game and puts a lot of perspective, especially the injuries, because I didn't know about the injuries. I thought I'd have been seeing the likes of Rafael Leao and Rebic and Teo Hernandez. So yeah, much appreciated. Obviously, he couldn't do it live, but next time, well, if we ever play them again, and even if we don't, we might just get him on one day anyway, because very good at what he's doing. So that being said, Drift, I'll come to you first. Does that change your thoughts on how Milan could approach this game in terms of the amount of injuries they have and how important this game is to them?
No, it doesn't change it, because I knew no matter who was playing, they're going to go hard because they have to win the game. And it's really weird. I know I'm going to sound like a spoiled brat here, but now we're so close to completing the group without losing a game and winning all of them. It's almost like I just like those little records getting added on. They don't mean much, but when you can get them, they're worth getting, if that makes sense.
Like Drifty Henry, yeah? All right, cool.
So there's a little part of me that's thinking it would be such a shame if we get all the way to the last game of the group and then we lose. And even though it doesn't matter, we could have got that, 6 wins out of 6 kind of thing. But obviously, at the same time, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to be quite intrigued as to what team Klopp puts out. But I definitely ain't change it. That didn't change my opinion on the Milan team, even though it was a great breakdown. I know they're going to really go for the game no matter who's playing, because they have to win. Like no matter what happens in the game between Porto and Atletico, the only way Milan can actually go through is with a win, or guarantee themselves that they can go through, you know what I mean?
So Drift, man is saying you're craving that Champions League money still.
Yeah.
You're trying a little publicity spin in that, yeah. I see you, Drift.
Now, do you know what? I've actually just taken a little sip of the Callum juice, and I'm greedy.
I want it all.
I want it all. I want it all.
All the belts. All the belts.
I want it all. I want to be looking like Canelo, dripping, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I like I said, obviously, we know skin off our nose if we lose the game. We're through 5 wins out of 5. It's been a brilliant Champions League campaign so far. But it would just be nice to have that little record of like the only English team to ever win all 6 of their group games. There's little things. It's not a big deal, but it's just a little nice thing to just throw on the campfire. You know what I mean? But no, they're gonna come hard. They're gonna. If I'm not mistaken, Milan have got 4, Atletico have got 4, and Porto's got 5, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So basically, Milan need to better Porto's result, basically, because Porto are the team that are in second place currently, right?
Yes.
Let me check now.
I'm sure that's what it was when I checked last week or the week before. Or whatever.
Let me check now. Porto are in. Yeah, they're in second place. Porto have got 5 points. Milan have got 4 points. Atletico on 4 points.
But yeah, so I was right. Yeah, so 4, 4, 5. Yeah, so they basically got to better the Porto result. That's what they have to do. Because if Atletico beat Porto and Milan draw, then they still can't go through. Atletico will go through. So effectively, what they have to do is just make sure that they win their game for guaranteed qualification. In fact, the win's the only way they can go through. I just realized, a win is actually the only way they can go through. Yeah.
Ash says, watching the game with a beer tonight, and the only thing that matters to me is that Liverpool physio stay in that dugout, no injuries and entertainment. Completely agree. So Matt, I was going to come to you next. So We look at this time last year, we had a dead rubber game against Midfield, and we know the rest of the story. This time round, apparently Klopp is going to make changes. Now, the likes of Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Milner, who's suspended, Gomez, they all are unfortunately out of this game, it seems. Keita as well. Even though they trained, I'm almost certain Gomez and Keita won't start the game.
So, Cal, is Keita's injury hamstring?
It was, yeah. But
is it the same injury, yeah, from before?
Yeah. He's back now, though. He's back training. Him and Gomez are back training. So, but I don't think either of them will start, and I'd actually be surprised if either of them played. Now, that being said, as Drift said, Matt, we win this game, we go down with another little bit of history for us. We also know Salah loves a record. We also know we're short up top. Do you see any world where Salah starts this game, or Jota or Mane?
As things stand, Jota, if I'm not mistaken, didn't travel. I know Mane, yeah, I don't think Jota travels, or he didn't train, one of the two. Apparently he was being rested alongside with Van Dijk and a couple of others. As things stand right now, I've got a funny feeling we might see either Mane or Salah. And if I'm going to bet my money, I'm going to bet on Salah, because I've got a funny feeling Salah's really hungry to play this game. He wants to try and break as many records as he can. And I'm wondering whether Klopp might give in to that peer pressure of him banging on the door saying, boss, I want to play. Because funny enough, Klopp was speaking about the other day, and he was talking about how players obviously knock on his door from time to time and, will ask about playing time. And Salah also mentioned as well, me and Klopp have a great relationship. Yes, sometimes we disagree on things, and it's mainly to do with, because I want to play every game, but he's the boss and I respect that. But I've just got this funny suspicion that he will play one of them. And you don't want to see it because you're just fearful of injuries. But at the same time, if he does play, maybe give him 45-minute run out just to kind of keep him in shape, in check for the weekend. I suppose you don't want to see it, but it's not the worst thing in the world if it happens. I guess like 45 minutes, even though I know Klopp doesn't really give people 45 minutes, to be fair. So I reckon if Salah does play, you're probably looking about 60. So I think it will be him, out of him and Mane. I don't know why. I just think it will be him. And I hope I'm kind of wrong, because I don't want to see either of them. But I just think with it being a Champions League game and Salah wanting to try and break as many records, like I said, this season, I think Salah might kind of force his way into that lineup.
Fair enough. All right then, guys. So we can't do a predicted 11, in my opinion. We've got to do an 11 that we probably would like to see. So that being said, in goal, are we all good with Kelleher, right?
100%.
Yes.
Cool. Right back, Nico,
I think.
Or would anyone go Connor Bradley?
No, I think away at the San Siro might be a bit much for Bradley.
Agreed. All right. Left back, it's got to be Sibi, right?
Yeah.
Got to be, surely. It has to be.
All right. Ibu's a shoe fit for one of the centre-back positions. Does Gomez get thrown straight back into the team, or does now Dini get a well-deserved start in a Champions League game?
I give Naldini and Gomez a half each.
I reckon he might start with... Is Gomez... but Gomez has just come back from injury, though, isn't it? I'm going to say Gomez starts on the bench and he goes Ibu and Naldini.
No, he's going to play Matip. But I want him to play now.
You think he'll play Matip?
100%.
What makes you think that?
Because we've had worse... Well, we've had games where it was more important to rest players. Sorry, less important to rest players than he's played Matip. So I don't see why it would change now.
Fair enough.
And I think Klopp's becoming like a little bit obsessed with having Matip or Van Dijk play. I think there's only one game, and it was a League Cup game that he played Ubu and Gomez. Other than that, he's always made sure that Matip or Van Dijk are playing. I think he sees them two as the senior players, which they obviously are. And I think he always wants one of them on the pitch. it's like maybe he doesn't like this like two younger defenders at the same time. I think he's just fully haunted by last season, like when he had to play such young defenders.
Fair dues. Midfield. So little disclaimer. We were speaking about before the game, before the preview, and we were like, yeah, Millie suspended.
Millie starting. Yep.
Millie ain't starting nothing.
He got that silly yellow card in the last game.
Yeah, I completely forgot, bro.
So it looks as though Tyler Morton will play.
Yeah.
All good with that?
Yeah.
Then in theory, it would have been Cater and Ox, but Cater again, I don't think will be risked from the beginning.
I don't think so. Not both of them. No, I think Ox. Yes, but not. Ox. I think.
Can I just touch on that Naby situation? And this isn't me being shady. This is just me trying to be like honest. You know, when we say things like maybe you shouldn't really risk Naby. Let's be honest, guys. Is there ever a risk with Naby? Every minute is a risk with Naby. Like, we just got to be honest now with ourselves. And you lot know I'm not being shady. I love Naby. I think he was playing brilliantly up until he got that injury. But again, he played maybe 4 or 5 games and then got injured like always. It's like, I don't even know if we even need to do all that sugarcoating, helpful, trying. But man, if he's fit, fucking playing, we might get injured on the bus. Like,
no, but one thing,
literally, when
I agree.
But you've got to be responsible
because it's a hamstring. I think it's risky to play.
Bro, we try to be responsible, you man. Like,
but I'm just saying,
try, but if the man's getting injured on fucking buses and aeroplanes, we try to be responsible.
To use a drifty analogy, this is how I'd break it down. If you're trying to get a train and you leave out early, but I don't know, there's a massive traffic jam or the train comes late and you get to your place late, that's not your fault. You're being responsible. If your train comes in 4 minutes and you know the walk to the station's in like a 10-minute walk and you leave out with 5 minutes to go, that's being irresponsible. So if you miss it, it's your own fault. Football's a risk, innit? Like, but we have to remain responsible with it. Like, anyone coming back from a hamstring injury, you have to be responsible. You got to ease them back in.
Regardless of who it is, just because it's a hamstring. If it was like a knock, I'd be like, throw him in. Just throw him in. Like, you know, like he's had knocks, but this is this is a hamstring injury. That's why I was like,
but he's back in training. I don't think Klopp ever let players back into training until they're actually fit.
I think he'll be in the. I personally think he'll be on the bench. I think he will play. I think he will definitely play though. I think he'll play.
So I'm just saying, like, we've tried everything with this guy and nothing works anymore, innit? In terms of like keeping him fit. So it's like,
I don't think he's ever gonna. He's as much as I believe in his ability. I don't think I'll ever see a season where he plays like 90% of the games that are available, or like
even 75. Even 75. I'd be happy with 30 league games. You know them ones, like.
Yeah, no,
and I mean like proper league games, not 5 minutes every now and again. Like, I mean like 30 starting games.
Yeah. So who starts in midfield with Ox and Morton? Because I was gonna think of Henderson, but apparently Henderson, Thiago, and Jota didn't even train. So that kind of suggests that they won't be going. So I'm gonna throw a curveball here. Will it happen? I doubt it. Will I like it to happen? I'd love it to happen. But I know Liverpool and the 90s are playing at the moment, so I don't even know if he's playing in that game. Balagizi.
I mean, I'd be shocked if Klopp plays him.
But who else is there, bro? No, but who else is there, though, guys?
But that's why he's going to play Fabinho or Thiago.
Thiago didn't train.
Thiago didn't train. Fabinho.
Oh, was he one of the guys who said, don't tell me he didn't train? Was that just a day off, or was that?
No, he's rested.
No, it's day off.
Day off. Rested.
Yeah, day off.
Maybe.
Don't do that to me, boys.
Does he go tacky in midfield?
You think he might go Fab?
He's going to play Fab then, isn't it?
He's going to play Fab. He's going to
play Fab. Is it the San Siro? He's going to play Fab.
So that means we're going with a double pivot then. Because Morton's not an 8, Morton's a 6.
So you think Fabinho
and Morton sit deep?
I wouldn't even be surprised if Morton didn't play, you know.
No, I would. Balagizi is not on the bench for the under-19s either. Balagizi could be a shout for Balagizi. Remember, we said it here first on the preview show, people. It could be a shout for Balagizi. Telling you there's a
I would love it. But do you think he would go to the like?
It's a nothing game, bro. It's a nothing game.
No, it is a nothing game. But are we doing what we normally do, where we take away the humanity kind of excitement or like fulfillment side of it, and thinking there are going to be loads of players who are going to want to be able to say at some point in their career they played at San Siro? Because remember, it is a legendary stadium. So take away the fact that it's a non-important game. The San Siro goes in the category with Bernabeu, Nou Camp. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of them arenas that's like legendary, that you want to be able to be like, yeah, I played in that stadium.
Sorry to cut you. Balagizi is injured, apparently. Andre just said. Football Gospel, thank you so much for saying that. I've been saying this for a while. Balagizi reminds me of a young Yaya. But we move. We're not going to hype that up anymore.
I said a young Yaya.
I know it's bold, man. I said it. So I die on the block for it still. Dixon Bonner. Sorry to cut you there, Drift. Dixon Bonner's another name. He traveled. He's pictured in the photos of the training. He's another one. Hasn't really played much. I think he's only played once for Liverpool's first team. Maybe come off the bench once as well.
Yeah, if I'm being honest,
I hear what you're both saying in terms of it's a big stadium, it's a big occasion.
I don't think you can take that much of a risk.
Not a risk, but there is no risk. If you want to find out whether a young player is about it or not, surely this is the absolute perfect scenario. You're away from home at the San Siro against the AC Milan team that are good but not amazing, have their injury problems. We don't need absolutely anything from this game at all. Surely this is the game where you throw in a couple man and say, let's see what you got.
Yeah, but you're forgetting the one small but big factor.
Money.
We got bills to pay.
Money.
If we got bills to pay, they're going to want that 2.5. And if that 2.5 is on the line...
How much you get for a draw, man?
Not enough.
I don't even know. I'm not too sure, but I know it's like 2.5, man.
Dixon Boner ain't gonna get us that 2.5. He ain't gonna do it. I want starters.
Man just said not enough.
It's not enough. That Dixon Boner, I ain't never seen him play. I want that money.
I'm just trying to think. I don't know how Klopp's gonna do this. You know, this is gonna be the interesting one. I can see Morton playing. I can see Ox playing. It's that third person. I think for security, he may go for Bino, but I don't want to see it.
All right, touch wood. Is £2.5 million worth more than potentially losing Fabinho for a month to injury?
That doesn't matter.
But that's the question. Though.
That don't matter.
I'll answer your question with a question.
Jota last season.
No, but so this is sorry. Last time I cut you, Drift. The reason why the Jota one I could deal with, because you see at the time, Jota was our fourth choice attacker, so Jota should have started that game. My annoyance was that Salah started that game and played 97 minutes. Mane come off the bench. Man like flipping Firmino come off the bench. Who else came off? I think Hendo came on and Fabinho came on.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of man.
Those were the ones that annoyed me. The Jota one, I could live with because and Tsimikas getting injured. I could live with those because they were at the time, they were the backup players. But obviously Jota and Tsimikas to a degree have proven that they're more than that now. But
Jota's rested for tonight, you know, just to let you know.
Jota's rested.
Yeah, he's rested. He's another one. Yeah.
So sorry, Drew, if you're going to say something, bro.
Yeah, I was just going to answer your question with a question. The Atletico Madrid game meant absolutely nothing, bro. And can you remember how many first team players started that game?
No, the Atletico Madrid did mean something, bro.
But we'd already qualified. Bro. No, sorry, the Porto game, sir. Yes,
Porto. Yeah. I'm naming Porto.
Yeah.
Do you remember how many first team?
I know.
Players started the Porto game, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's full strength.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was. I think it was one change. Was it one change? Ibu came in, one change.
All right, but what I will say is Origi was injured at the time. Minamino did start. Gomez was injured. Kate was injured.
Lacking. You know what? I'm going to find the tweet because we tweeted that out.
We had a lot of injuries. So, yeah, I'm just trying to make excuses still because I'm nervous. Zabiri says, bless up my G's. I'm at Elephant Graveyard.
I'm not even going to lie. I'm Max just said
2.5 annual bonus. Yeah, you are.
Am I
Yeah,
lagging
you are.
Yeah.
You are.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say jump
All right,
out and jump
Sam
back
Max.
in, Drift.
Sam Max, holler at your boy. 2.5 annual bonus, bro. I holler at your boy, bro. We need to talk, bro. 2.5.
Yeah. I'm hoping Sam Max has shares in Liverpool or something, can kind of, if you want to give that bonus to Klopp and them, man, for this one game, that would be highly appreciated. Zabiri said, bless up my G's. I'm at Elephant Graveyard, stalling in the car park. Gotta run now. Take care. Love what you guys are doing. Done that. One love. Big up Zabiri.
Big up Zabiri. I just found the tweet for the starting lineup for Porto. It was Alisson, Nico, Matip, Kanate, Simicas, Morton, Thiago, Chambo, Mane, Salah, Minamino. That was the starting lineup. And on the bench was Van Dijk, Fabinho, Milner, Henderson, Jota, Robertson, Origi, Phillips, and Trent.
Aye.
So what did I miss, guys? So am I back now?
No, nothing. We just went through the.
I went through the Porto lineup that you was talking about, and it was strong enough. It was strong.
It was
like one of them drinks there, strong.
All right, we said it was a full rare nephew.
It was close to that, bruv. Oh, they put a little bit of ice in there because Simicas and Nico and Taki was playing. Without that, take out them three. That's a ray with no
strong enough to sanitize your hands, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Ash says, if Fab plays, I'm biting my nails for 90 minutes. Why play him at all? Man gets injured and misses a run to Jan break. It's season defining. Agreed. Speaking of season defining, up top, Minamino and Origi surely have to start this.
They
game.
have to play. Yeah.
D9's got to start.
Yeah. The goal.
I mean, I think we've got to start protecting D9 for the big games, but yeah. Well,
no, it's true. It's true.
No, you're right. Because we've got some big games coming up, especially with AFCON as well, bro. Divock Origi can't afford to get injured.
No,
big man thing, he can't.
Neither can Minamino. Neither can.
No, I know, but we really need Origi's goal scoring prowess more so.
You know what's magic? You lot might have thought I was being stupid based on the fact that I've got like obviously an Origi agenda, or whatever. But I genuinely believe that Origi and Minamino can lead us to the League Cup. You know, like I genuinely believe that I think they have a pretty good little partnership that they've slowly developed by playing in the League Cup games together. And I actually think if we continue to keep them as the front force for the League Cup, I think they can win us that cup. Like, I genuinely do.
I think you need one more attack. So say if you said Origi through the middle, Salah on the right, and Taki on the left, I think that can work. I think you need one more big player with them, though.
I think we should play 4-2-3-1 and Minamino plays off Origi as a support striker / attacking midfielder. I think that
who plays in the three? Who plays in the three behind him now?
Yeah, but Minamino in the middle, and then either side of Minamino, I would play like you lot might think I'm being stupid. I thought Nico Williams played brilliantly in that.
I knew he's gonna say I was waiting.
No, I'm not even gonna front. I thought he played brilliant in that position, and I'll play Morton I'll play Bradley at right back, and on the left. Jota, because even though it's a game that isn't as important, you've got to have at least some other good supporting act. And Bobby should be back by then.
Should be. Should be.
Well, I mean, it's Leicester and they ain't no mugs. So I feel like Origi up top, Jota, Minamino, Nico. I think that's what I'd go with.
I'd rather go Kai Gordon than Nico on the right wing.
He's injured, ain't he?
No.
Is he all right? Because I thought he was injured. Because I'd even mention him for tonight.
He's ineligible to play for tonight.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah. Otherwise, Otherwise,
kids. I thought you didn't have to register kids.
No, so I actually don't know how it works anymore. I'm completely confused. But when you look at the Champions League squad, he's ineligible.
Oh, okay, fair play.
Which is annoying because he would have been a shoe-in for me to start tonight. Because I think the kid's got talent. Plus, again, playing a game like this,
he's a threat as well. I can't believe you man are doubting Nico on the wide right position. You know,
I can't believe you're bigging him up, Drift. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm not bigging him up. I'm saying I was impressed.
I'm not saying nothing because people are gonna say I got the agenda.
You said he played fantastic.
For his standard, yeah, he did.
Sounds like sounds like you're becoming political drift again, bro.
I'm always political.
I was gonna say.
Before we do score predictions, really quick, like 1 minute. Dennis Zakaria is being linked quite heavily with a move to Liverpool in January. His contract ends at the end of the season. Centre defensive midfielder, can also play centre back, can play in the 8 as well. I know we all favour Basuma, but obviously with stuff that's going on in his personal life, we don't know if that's a move that the club would or should make right now. Would you guys be happy if we signed Dennis Zakaria for around 7 to 8 million in January?
I would.
No.
You wouldn't, Drift? All right.
I would.
Can you quickly explain why, Drift?
Just because it means we won't get the player I want. Nothing personal on him. Not that I don't think he's good. I just want who I want, and I know what we're like. It's 1 in, 1 out. So if he comes in, then that's it. Don't even think we'll go in the summer and get any midfielders. So
I agree. I think Basuma's better, but I don't think that's attainable anymore. I think after that news came out, even though we don't know if it's true or not, I just don't see the club going near him.
I don't know. I think if he's innocent, then I don't think it matters.
No, I don't think it should either. I just don't think the club would do it. It brings publicity. I don't think the club would. That
would be really bad, though, man.
No,
dragging.
We know this. We know this, bro.
Yeah.
And then you know what we do? We sit back and we go, right, look at him dealing with a matter over at Man U or Chelsea. But and why didn't we go for him again? Over what?
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that United aren't trying to get Dennis Zakaria, and I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to put their noses in because they need a DM and at that
they
price,
probably will, bro.
Yeah, with Ralph there as well. All right, score predictions, boys.
Not knowing who's going to play makes this really hard. Like, you know what I mean? Because we haven't got a clue who's going to play. Makes it really hard to even guess.
Quite a few people in for Zakaria. That's what Fabrizio just said. He said Bayern, Juve.
Bayern are favourites.
But yeah, so Bayern have joined the race.
He's going Bayern, basically.
What? Bayern don't lose him, do they?
Nah, they do. They're losing to Tolisso.
There's a few teams that are after him because he's a free agent.
Yeah, how old is he again, sorry?
About 24, 25.
About 24, I say.
Yeah, he's gonna have bare suitors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have a lot.
And Matt, you said just quickly. Yeah. So you'd be all right with him over Basuma and other players like that, yeah?
It's not about over. I just think you see, like with Basuma, I think Basuma's the better player, but I think Zakaria is good enough that if you can't get a Basuma, I wouldn't mind him because of what he offers. And I think tactically as well. So he can play the 6 and he can play centre back as well. And you see how we always talk about like, Henderson maybe having to deputise for Fabinho. Zakaria can do that job amazingly well. And I'm not going to lie, bro. Let's say we wanted to lock up a game. Fabinho and Zakaria in a double pivot is actually taking liberties because Zakaria is a lot more athletic than Fabinho. Not as good on the ball and a passer, but he's more aggressive, he's stronger. So they will actually, funny enough, complement each other as well. I would still rather Basuma because I think Basuma is more of the complete CM. Like he's a complete CM, so to speak. But I think if you could get him on a free drift, especially on a free, that's for me. That's
it'd be 7 mil, Cal saying, isn't it?
Oh, is it 7?
7 mil.
Yeah,
if you get him in Jan.
Another team that could look at him is Chelsea. Send Saul back and bring him in.
Well, Cal, based off of what you were saying earlier on today on the Big Six, big up for that as well. Big up the Big Six each and every time.
Yeah, also big up Turkish because he sent quite a few people over to this show as well. So big up Turkish.
All right, big up Turkish.
Big up them, man, each and every time. But as you were saying over there, bro, which is why you think Saul and Partey haven't worked necessarily, when you're bringing in players and they play different systems and whatever, it's not just about the individual. It's about him suiting the system. Do you also think that he would fit into Klopp's system as well, yeah?
Who's that? Zakaria. Yeah, Borussia Mönchengladbach play progressive football, so I do think so. Yeah,
cool.
Johnny Gunn says, "Off sick. Glad you guys are on. Hope you'll all get better soon, bro. Daytime TV with Dion Dublin is lame. Worn out AFTV, which is subliminally persuading me to get Manscaped. Them sponsorship deals. I'll be honest, I can't watch many. The stuff that I watch, most of the stuff I watch, everyone's sponsored by Manscaped or got some sort of Manscaped affiliation. It's
true,
funny.
you know, it's true.
When you come close to a couple of close nicks, Manscaped seems like a good idea.
For real. You want to be taking off just hair, nothing else, bruv.
Trust me, bro.
Gotta take time.
Yeah,
Shaq says, big up, guys. Keep up the good stuff. Milan 1, Liverpool 2. Big up to yourself, Shaq. Sam Max Legend says, would you rather an attacking midfielder than defensive?
Yeah, I would.
I don't know.
I think we can mold
both.
players.
Get a
We can
CM.
mold. We can mold other players into positions, guys. We've got Curtis that we could mold into an 8. You know what I mean?
I don't want them molded, though. I want them to do what they're naturally good at.
We can mold Harvey.
Basuma's the one, man. Basuma's actually the one.
No,
he can play 6 and 8. Sick.
But if I told you the attacking midfielder was gonna be like, I don't know, who will whet Matt's appetite the most?
One attacking midfielder.
Yeah. What attacking midfielder would whet your appetite?
Nkuku. That is my.
So if I told you it was either Nkuku or Basuma, we couldn't have both. You'd pick Nkuku, innit?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Man's looking out into the distance, bro, but he's looking at the wall, bro. He knows he would.
Like, Nkuku poster right now on my wall.
Daniel FC with a shout. Pedro Goncalves.
Do you know what?
Big up Cal's Metal Army. He's been hounding me about
it. Do you know what? I know a little bit about him. Do you want to know something? I didn't even realize he was at Wolves how many years ago and didn't really do nothing. Yeah. But he gone back. Young. He went to bad young, gone Sporting. And when I say to you, I'm not gonna say he's Bruno Fernandes when he was there because they are different players. He's more. Do you know who Goncalves is like for me? He's like Coutinho because he can play in a 3-man midfield, he can play 10, and he can play out wide. He's like a Coutinho. Bro, this guy's talented. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if he's there next summer.
Very true. Houdini says, would you prefer to play Chelsea, Man U, or Man City if we made it to the quarter? Rank them in order.
I'd rather Man United first.
Man U, Man City, and Chelsea in that order. Chelsea, I think, would be the most difficult for us.
Depends how motivated Man United seem in the next week or two under Rangnick, because Chelsea will take the competition less seriously. Rangnick will want a trophy. Man United will probably go the most hardest.
That's a good point. I didn't think of it like that, but
they'll probably go the most hardest in my opinion.
It doesn't matter, bro. We still smoke Man United.
Yeah, we smoked them.
All right, guys. We can't necessarily act like the new Man United will just be a pushover like the old.
The new Man United, but they struggled over the line against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, but when they get used to the new way of playing and they get themselves a bit more fit, they're not just going to be as easy as they are.
You see that high line nonsense they'll do against Crystal Palace. Let them try that against Liverpool and see what happens.
No,
let them try that. I would love it.
No,
I would, bruv. They can adjust as much as they want, bruv. You play against Liverpool, they're getting smoked again, bro. They ain't ready for it. They're not ready for it yet. Where they play Dallo and Tellez or Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, they're eating corn, bro. M Shack Drift one for you. D9 or Prime D Sturridge.
Oh my days. I'm not gonna lie.
Should be an easy one, surely.
Wait, come on, man.
One's the GOAT, one was a phenomenal player for us, but one's the GOAT, isn't it? So
one scored an absolute worldie in the Europa League final. One scored the winning goal in the Champions League final.
One scored one of the best finishes you'll see in a long time. A goal against Chelsea with no backlift. Man just stood there and smacked it.
I've got to take my bias out of it. I think a Prime D Sturridge might be the best English striker for the last maybe 15 years
of his generation.
Yeah, of his generation. Like a fully fit D Sturridge with absolutely no injury issues is easily the best English striker of his generation.
Yeah. Bruv, no disrespect.
Better than Harry Kane, better than Vardy. People can say I'm gassing. I don't care. I think he was.
No, Daniel Sturridge is.
I have to go Daniel Sturridge. I have.
Everything that he had.
I'm going to Origi.
Hey,
Score
Cal,
predictions.
really
you're
was
getting
back
to the
on that
point now
boat.
where I need you to be more serious with it. Otherwise, I'm going to believe you're going so far that you're going in the other
He just wants to
direction.
get back on that boat drift that apparently
I'm
he fell
bruv.
off and now he's on it again.
I'm on the boat, bruv. I'm serving drinks and everything, Matt. I'm on the boat, bro. Like, I'm working my way up to captain, bruv. I'm on the boat, bruv. I'm on the boat. Like,
It's D-studs. D-studs.
all right, them score predictions. I know we can't. It's a shot in the wind there, isn't it? I'm gonna
It
go
is, you don't know
2-1 to
what
Milan.
Liverpool-
I'm gonna go 2-1 Milan. I think we'll be disjointed. They'll really want this win. No, 2-1
I'm going to
Milan.
go 2-2. I think it'll be a draw.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Fair dues. Fair dues. People, we are going to be back later this evening around 7:50 for the watch along. Hoping, without trying to tempt fate, I'm hoping and praying we will have a timer for that one. Do join us, people. Hopefully, we'll have a timer. God
Timer.
willing, crossing fingers, toes.
If Origi
Everything.
scores tonight, boys, timer or not, there's going to be an
Oh,
orgasm.
we're getting lit.
Oh,
bro.
we
We're
know.
getting
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
We're getting lit, bro. I might all
We're getting lit, man.
I might all mix Lucasade Sport with apple juice tonight, bro. If that happens, still.
Look at apple Kaiser.
We're gonna get wavy tonight.
You know what? Big up Demo in the chat as well, man. Each and every
Come
time.
on.
Love
Come
as
on, he
always.
knows.
All right, big
He
up
knows.
Demo.
But guys, if you haven't liked already, please do like. Shout out to everyone who's coming along from the Big Six show as well. Much appreciation to you guys, and subscribe if you're new to the channel, please. Shout out to Stef from Semper Milan as well. And
Great
yes,
analysis.
until we see you later on this evening, people, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish.
Hold on, Matt. They're asking for it, brother. You better start getting it.
Listen, man, it's still in prototype phase, man. Prototype, baby. Don't worry,
Man's just
I
using
ain't
it all
forgetting.
for himself, innit, bro?
No, it's nearly ready. Don't
One of
worry.
them-
Final
one of them
touches,
greedy brothers.
people. I'm not gonna leave the people hanging. Maybe Carl, because you know. But yeah, you guys
No,
are right.
apologies,
You
Carl,
guys
you're
are right.
right.
You guys are right. You guys are right.
Nah, bless up to you all. And until we see you later on this evening, stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kopish and we are out, people. Take care.
Peace.
Hi guys, by now you'd have seen our merch store and you're familiar with it. But hold on, what's that, Christmas stuff? Oh, hold on a sec. Merry Clopmas, mugs, t-shirts, hoodies for men, women and children. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Look at the detail on that. But wait, hold on. There's more. Jingle. No, not jingle bells. It's Jurgen bells. Look at the Christmas tree with the trophies underneath it. Snapbacks. You know how it is. You've seen the snaps that before. Oh, it's a red one. It's a red one as well. Guys, you know what to do. Click the link in the description. Head over to our merch store and get your stuff now. Let's go.